Good evening and welcome to Seneca High School for this senior night matchup as the Lady Irish are taking on the guests on the scoreboard, the Falcons of the Flanagan-Cornell Woodland Co-op. A steal from Aiko, made by Jashari from Seneca. Jashari gives it off to Draves at the block. Jashari already has 2 points on the night, and that'll be the first 2 for Draves. Seneca with 4 thus far. Good evening, I'm Levi Meyerhofer, and welcome to Irish Live. We thank you for tuning in tonight. Cross court to Bruno. Jashari into Bromberg at the second hash. Bromberg out to Draves for 3. That's a little far off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by Dakota Weekman, of Flanagan-Cornell Woodland. Foul is called on Flanagan-Cornell Woodland's number 22, Dakota Weekman. That'll be her first, team first of the night. 6:36 remaining in the first quarter. Pass in from Jashari to Draves. Down to Bromberg at the block. Goes off the backboard around the rim. No good. Rebounded by Bruno, and that's knocked out of bounds on number 4, Kayla Van Welden. Jashari into Savola. Bruno at the 3. Gives it out to Jashari in the corner. Her shot slightly short, goes over. And that's knocked out of bounds on Flanagan-Cornell Woodland. Draves over to Bruno. Bruno cross to Savola. Jashari has it up top, setting up for Seneca. Draves to Jashari, and that is stolen away by Dakota Weekman. Weekman trying to drive. Ball is knocked away by Jashari. Weekman gets it back and passes it out to Anaya Maxon. Maxon has it back up top. Drives in, middle of the lane, puts it up. Off the backboard, no good. Tapped by Bromberg and grabbed by number 3 from Seneca, Lauren Savola. Jashari brings it up court for Seneca. Draves kicks it to Bromberg at the top of the key. Jashari to Bruno at the block. Bruno shoots it over. That's rebounded by Savola. And a jump ball between Savola and number 4 from FCW, Kayla Van Welden. The starters for Flanagan-Cornell Woodland tonight: number 2, junior Crystal Aiko, Number 3, senior Reagan Reed. Number 4, senior Kayla Van Welden. Number 10, sophomore Anaya Maxon. And number 22 is sophomore Dakota Weekman. This foul sending Bromberg to the line was called on Kayla Van Welden. That'll be her first and team's first of the night. Team's second of the first half. Bromberg misses the first free throw. 5:11 remaining in the first quarter. Bromberg misses the second, slightly left. That rebound is from Van Welden, Ball is knocked out of Aiko's possession by Savola. Seneca has possession, crossing half court is Jashari. Draves to Bruno. Bruno's pass intended for Savola. Two were not on the same page. Savola started to cut, and Bruno passed right behind into the student section. It'll be Flanagan-Cornell Woodland's ball, 4:48 remaining in the first quarter. In for FCW is number 14, Cheyenne Burns. Burns gives it to Aiko. Aiko with a trap from Jashari, and Aiko is fouled. That'll be Jashari's first foul of the night and the team's first for Seneca. Seneca's starters tonight: number 2, senior Cassidy Draves; number 3, senior Lauren Savola; number 13, junior Maddie Bromberich; number 14, senior Mara Bruno; and number 15, senior Rita Jashari. Ball's grabbed up top by Cassidy Draves. Jashari drives in, and she is fouled on the way in on the layup. Layup will be no good. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. That foul will be on number 14 from FCW, the freshman Cheyenne Burns. That'll be her first, team third of the night. Jashari now with 3 points on the night. Jashari misses the second. Mara Bruno gets the rebound. Bruno hands it off to Draves at the top. Draves drives and is blocked at the block by Kayla Van Welden. Flanagan-Cornell Woodland has the ball back. Maxon brings it up for the Falcons. Driving, puts it off the backboard around the rim, and that's good for Maxon. That'll be Flanagan's first 2 points of the night. Draves to Savola, out around the horn to Jashari, and that's good. 3 for Seneca, 8-2. Lady Irish lead the Falcons. Jashari with 6 on the night. Van Welden stops at the third hash. Gives off to Reed, who misses the 3, rebounded by Aiko. Reed has it back up top. Maxon. Aiko down to Van Welden, and that'll be out of bounds on Seneca after the pass to Van Welden at the block. In for senior Lauren Savola is number 10, junior Brooklyn Gertz. Burns gives it to Reed. Reed over to Van Welden, who drives. Shot is no good, rebounded by Bromberich. Gertz up to Draves, who puts it off the backboard, and that's good for an easy lay-in. Draves with 4 on the night. Pass intended for Maxim was knocked away by Gertz, grabbed by Draves, and an easy lay-in for Draves, now a 6. Jashari grabs the ball, gives it up to Bruno. At the block, is fouled on the shot. She will go back. She will just go to the free throw line. 2:21 remaining in the first quarter. Seneca up 12-2 over the non-conference Flanagan-Cornell Woodland Falcons. Bruno's first shot is no good. Bruno makes the second shot. She's on the board on the night. 13-2, Seneca. Maxon loses the ball, which is knocked out by Gertz. Flanagan-Cornell Woodland gets it back, and Crystal Aiko goes up for about 10 feet off the backboard, and that's in for Flanagan-Cornell Woodland. Pass from Gertz up to Draves. Draves back out to Gertz at the three-point line. Gertz kicks it to Rita Jashari. Jashari down to Bromberg at the block. That's tapped away by Van Welden and out of bounds on the Falcons. In for Flanagan-Cornell Woodland, number 22, Dakota Weekman comes back in, joined by number 5, senior Ashley Wright. A 3 from Brooklyn Gertz, the junior from Seneca, puts her on the board. Seneca, wins, leads 16-4. Minute 45 remaining in the first quarter. Pass into Maxon. Right to Maxon, over to Reed. Maxon to Van Welden for 3. Van Welden gets the 3. She is on the board for the night. Gertz to Bruno at the block. Bruno's shot too far. Jashari saves it, gives it to Gertz. Step back shot at the second hash is no good. Out of bounds on Madison Bromberg on the rebound. Jashari at the block on the layup is no good. Rebounded by Brooklyn Gertz, who puts that back in. She has 5 on the night. Pass up court to Wright, who grabs the ball, is called for a travel. Draves to Bruno. Gertz at the 3. Gives it into Maddie Bromberg. Ball is knocked out of the clutches of Bromberg by number 3, Reagan Reed from Flanagan-Cornell Woodland. That's out of bounds on Bromberg. Jashari into Bruno at the top of the key, gives it to Draves and then to Gertz. Carly Grieve is in for the Lady Irish. Bruno at the free throw line, kicks it to Gertz, 5 seconds remaining. Grieve at the block, goes up off the backboard, and that's in for Seneca. Seneca is up 20-7, and they will go with the lead into the second quarter. Grieve, the sophomore, got on the board with those 2 points at the end. Seneca leads 20-7. Coincidentally, that is their record. Seneca has a 20-win and 7-loss record this season. Seneca is coming off a win on Saturday against St. Bede at St. Bede. Final score being 40-33. And on Thursday, Seneca will play its final girls basketball game of the regular season at Tri-County Conference opponent Putnam County High School. That'll be at 7:30 on Thursday, February 6th. Meanwhile, the Flanagan-Cornell Woodland Falcons are 1-25 on the season. They are currently coming off a loss to Tremont, 54-33. Their only win this season came at the Arthur Lovington Holiday Tournament against Cumberland, where they won 47-42. Gertz has it up top for Seneca. Mara grabs it in the lane. She goes up and is fouled. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2 more. That foul is on number 4, Kayla Van Welden. That'll be her second foul of the night, team's 5th of the first half. Cheyenne Burns back in for Flanagan-Cornell Woodland, as is Crystal Ako. They are joined by freshman Courtney Harms. Bruno's second shot is good. And that gives Bruno another one on the night. She has 2. Bruno gets the rebound at the other end, and the foul is called here on the rebound. That is called on Gray, the Flanagan-Cornell Woodland Falcons. That'll be on Crystal Ako. That'll be her first foul. Team's 6th of the first half. Lauren Savola comes back in for Cassidy Draves. Gertz to Jashari at the 3. Shoots the 3. No good. Rebounded into the arms of Cheyenne Burns. Number 14 from Flanagan-Cornell Woodland. Pass up to Ako. Ako in the lane. Fading right. Her shot is no good. Rebounded by both Bruno and Ako. And that'll be a jump ball. Flanagan-Cornell Woodland will have the ball. Gertz up top gives it to Savola. Cross to Grieve. Gertz to Bruno at the block. That shot is no good. Rebounded by Jashari. On the ground. Foul is called on number 10, Anaya Maxon. That'll be her second foul. Team's 7th, and that will send Rita Jashari to the charity stripe to shoot a 1-and-1. Jashari's first shot is good. That'll allot her a second. She has 7 on the night now. In for Mara Bruno comes number 5, Chloe Lind Jr. Reed's pass intended for Burns is grabbed by Brooklyn Gertz, put it up. Brooklyn Gertz now with 7 on the night. Seneca leads 25-7. Ashley Wright dribbling up the side of the court. Runs into Carly Grieve. Ball is out of bounds on Grieve. Reed takes it out for the Falcons. Pass into Ako. Back to Reed. Ako with the ball. Pass intended for Reed again. That's grabbed by Jashari. Dribbling up the court. Almost takes it all the way. Gives it up to Gertz at the last second. That's out of bounds on Crystal Ako. 6 minutes, 5 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Tonight is senior night here in the land of the Irish, as the Lady Irish will be graduating 4 seniors. That that shot from Savola is no good. Out of bounds on Flanagan-Cornell Woodland. Those 4 seniors: Cassidy Draves, Lauren Savola, Mara Bruno, and Rita Jashari. Pass intended in for Gertz. Loses it. Up the court is Reed, who loses the ball at the block as she intends to go up. Excuse me, that was not Reed. Excuse me, Ashley Wright. Gertz pass intended for Grieve out of bounds. As Grieve was at the block. Didn't see the pass coming. Flanagan-Cornell Woodland has the ball. Aiko. Fading in, shot. No good, rebounded by Harms, who loses the ball. Gets the ball back before it goes out of bounds. Around the horn to Reed for the three. That's no good and rebounded by Rita Jashari. Gertz to Savola. Grieve gives it to Gertz. To Lind, who cuts from the back. Lind doesn't grab the ball. That's grabbed by Reed instead. Crystal Aiko driving in, runs into Chloe Lind. And that foul will be a blocking foul on Lind. That'll be her first and team's second of the first half. That sends Aiko to the line. Shoot two. First shot is short. Reagan Montello comes in for number 14, Cheyenne Burns, for the Falcons. Second shot is short, rebounded by Chloe Lind. Brooklyn Gertz brings it up the court. Jashari down to Grieve at the block. Grieve goes up. Her shot that time is short, and on the rebound there is a foul. That'll be called on Carly Grieve from Seneca. That'll be Grieve's first foul of the night. Team's third of the first half. Seneca has the advantage on fouls as of right now. That pass intended for Aiko, grabbed by Chloe Lind. Flanagan-Cornell has 7 fouls against them. Seneca only 3. Gertz gives it to Jashari. Lind up top. Jashari driving, stops in the middle of the lane, gives it off to Carly Grieve at the block, goes off the backboard, and that's good for Seneca. Grieve now with 4 on the night. Montello gives it to Wright, whose 3 is no good, and that's rebounded by Carly Grieve. Gertz gives it up to Savola, who stops at the 3, gives it back to Gertz. Jashari to Grieve, who comes up from the block. Gertz to Jashari. Down to Lind at the block. That's knocked away by Flanagan-Cornell Woodland's Reagan Montello, and that'll be out of bounds on Montello. Madison Bromberg, Cassidy Draves, and Eddie Olson come in for Seneca to replace Lauren Savola, Rita Jashari, and Carly Grieve. Timeout is called by Flanagan-Cornell Woodland. That is their first of the game. Seneca leads 27-7, 3 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Seneca has outscored Flanagan-Cornell Woodland 7-0 in the second quarter. We know it's Valentine's Day coming up, and you know you just want to give that perfect gift to that special someone. Well, everyone needs some Insane Irish gear, so why not make it a great gift that's usable? So, why not check out Ursua Designs for all your Insane Irish needs? Check out Ursua Designs at facebook.com/Ursua Designs. That's URSUA Designs.com. Or, you want the house to smell nice? So you can treat them to dinner by candlelight? Well, how about Coach's Scents? Brought to you by Seneca's very own Tim Brungard and Ted O'Boyle. Coach's Scents candles. It just makes sense. We're back to the game now. Brooklyn Gertz has it up top for Seneca. Olsen's pass to Bromberg is stolen away by Harms. Harms goes in, loses the ball at the block, and that's out of bounds on Flanagan-Cornell Woodland. I would like to thank the gentlemen that are helping me as part of the Irish Live team tonight, Mr. Bruce Smucha on camera, and Mr. Owen Friend as my scorekeeper. Gertz to Draves, out to Lind. Gertz gives it out to Draves. Kick to Olsen. Olsen steps in, gives it to Bromberg, out to Draves. Lind at the block, goes off the backboard. That's good for Chloe Lind and the Seneca Lady Irish. Those are Lind's first points on the night. Seneca leads 29-7. A pull-up three from number 3, Reagan Reed, is no good. 2:20 remaining in the second quarter. Seneca up by 22. Pass from Draves to Bromberg at the block. Bromberg goes off the backboard with 2 Falcons on either side of her, and that is good for Seneca. Those are Bromberg's first points of the night. Shot from Aiko after the pass from Reed. Aiko's shot no good. Draves tries to stop from going out of bounds. Unsuccessful. In for Chloe Lind and Cassidy Draves. Come Brooke Rosland and Ella Gilbertson, both Seneca juniors. Inbounded to Montello. Reed at the 3, and Reed gets the 3, number 3 senior. Those will be Reed's first 3 points of the night. And Flanagan's first 3 points of the quarter, minute 37 remaining in the second. Olsen gives it to Gilbertson. Ball's knocked out of bounds on Flanagan-Cornell Woodland. Coming in for Brooklyn Gertz is the freshman from Seneca, Kennedy Hartwig. Hartwig, pass into Bromberg. They'll be knocked out of bounds on Bromberg. Montello pass to Aiko. Aiko dribbles the ball out of bounds. Minute 17 remaining in the second. 31-10, Seneca leads the Flanagan-Cornell Woodland Lady Falcons. At the block, Olsen tries to go up. Her shot is blocked. That is grabbed by Bromberg. Tries to put it back up. No good. Rebound attempt from Ella Gilbertson, but that is knocked out of her clutches. And it will be out of bounds on Flanagan. Olsen gives it to Rosalind. Kennedy Hartwig up top. Olsen back down to Bromberg. That'll be knocked out of bounds on Courtney Harms from Flanagan-Cornell Woodland. Rosalind to Hartwig. Olsen to Rosalind. Gilbertson to Olsen up top. Hartwig gives to Gilbertson. Pass intended back for Hartwig. Hartwig loses it. Grabbed by Crystal Aiko, who goes off the backboard. No good. Rebounded by Addie Olsen. Dribbling up the court. Tosses it to Maddie Bromberg, who goes in for the layup and is fouled by number 3, Reagan Reed. That'll be Reed's first foul of the night, and Bromberg will go back to the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Irish. Bromberich makes both shots. She now has 4 on the night. Skip pass to Aiko. Aiko gives the ball down to Harms at the block, and Harms is fouled by Maddie Bromberich. Harms will go to the line to shoot 2. 11.3 seconds remaining on the clock in the first half. Seneca leads 33-10. Harms' first shot is good. She is on the board on the night. And Bromberich gives it to Hartwig on the rebound. Hartwig at half court, 5 seconds left. Hartwig's pass intended for Rosalind on the outside of the three-point line is too far and out of bounds. Inbounded to Montello. Pass up court to Reed. Reed doesn't get the shot off beforehand, doesn't go in anyway. And that will take us to the end of the second quarter. Seneca 33, Flanagan-Cornell Woodland 11. Here in this non-conference matchup between the Lady Irish and the Falcons of Flanagan-Cornell Woodland Co-op. An update from Coal City. The Seneca varsity basketball team for the boys is up 7 against Coal City. Now up 9 with 3 minutes and 25 seconds left in the second quarter. As we mentioned, tonight is senior night for Cassidy Draves, Lauren Savola, Mara Bruno, and Rita Jashari. We would, of course, like to thank them for all of their commitment to Seneca High School and Seneca High School athletics. As mentioned before, this Thursday, the Lady Irish will be traveling to Tri-County Conference opponent Putnam County in Granville, Illinois, for the final regular season game of the season. And then next week, they will be going on to the regional at Reed Custer. First round they will play on Monday against the Lady Panthers of Manteno High School. If Seneca wins that, they will move on to play ranked third Beecher. Seneca ranked 6th in the subsectional, Manteno 10th. Again, that'll be next Monday, and if Seneca wins, they'll play next Tuesday at Reed Custer High School. A reminder that, as we all know, that it's February and love is in the air, but you don't know what to get that special someone. Well, how about this? Everyone needs some new Irish gear, so why not check out Ursua Designs on Facebook or ursuadesigns.com for all your insane Irish needs, including keychains, t-shirts, and sweatshirts. Again, that's facebook.com/Ursua Designs or www.ursuadesigns.com. Or another special gift, you can never go wrong with candles from Coach's Scents. Brought to you by Seneca High School's very own coaches, Mr. Tim Brungard and Mr. Ted O'Boyle. Coach's Scents. It just makes sense. After the Lady Irish play on Thursday against the Putnam County Panthers in their final regular season game, the next night, the boys will be playing here against Depew in a Tri-County Conference matchup. That will be here on Irish Live. Friday and Saturday, the Seneca wrestling team will go to Plano for their regional matchup. The boys basketball team will be home against Wilmington. That will be at 7:30 on Saturday. Boys varsity basketball at home against Wilmington, according to the Seneca High School website. However, it also says that the varsity girls basketball team will be home against Somonauk. Both from 7 to 8:30. I am not sure which will be happening or where. Finally, on Saturday, the speech team will be at Morris competing at their regionals. In addition, next Wednesday night, the speech team will have their annual Meet the Speech Team night, where they will honor all of the speechies that have done very well over this past season. I'm Levi Meyerhofer. We'll be right back with more Irish Live basketball. Hello and welcome back to Irish Live Girls Varsity Basketball as the Seneca Lady Irish are taking on the Flanagan-Cornell Woodland Falcons. Seneca leads after the first half, 33-11 over the Falcons, led by Brooklyn Gertz with 7 points, and Rita Jashari also with 7. It is senior night here in the land of the Irish. Pass is taken away by Draves, puts that off the backboard. That's good for Seneca. Pass out to Maxon, over to Reed for 3. And that is good for Flanagan-Cornell Woodland to open up their scoring of the half. Rita Jashari at the line for Seneca. Jashari's first shot goes in, 7:16 remaining in the third quarter. Jashari makes her second. She has 9 on the night. In for Maxon is Ashley Wright for the Falcons. Van Welden drives. Her shot is no good. Grabbed by Weekman. Shot is no good. Put back up by Wright. Another no good shot. Rebounded by the Lady Irish, and Draves has it up top for Seneca. Pass to Jashari on the outside. Bruno back to Draves. Over to Savola. Savola gives it to Draves up top. Draves looks into Bromberg, doesn't give it to her. Savola has it up top. Bromberg on the baseline, gives out to Savola, out to Draves. Jashari for 3. Around the rim, no good. Rebounded by number 4, Van Welden. Can't hang on. And Mara Bruno hops on top of it. It's called for a travel on the ground. It'll be Flanagan-Cornell Woodland's ball. Driving in is Aiko. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Bruno. Draves pass up to Jashari at the three-point line. Bromberg just inside the elbow, gives it out to Savola, whose shot is no good, and rebounded by number 22, Weekman. Jashari rips the ball out, and a jump ball called between Jashari and Weekman. Jashari inbound to Savola at the elbow. Savola has her first 2 of the night. All 4 seniors are on the board now. That pass intended for Aiko. Slightly out of reach, goes out of bounds. It'll be Seneca's ball. 5:17 remaining in the third quarter. Seneca up 39-14 over the Falcons of Flanagan-Cornell Woodland Co-op. Pass to Savola at the 3. Jashari just inside the three-point line. Drains it. And Jashari has 12 on the night. Aiko's shot is no good. Saved from going out of bounds by Mara Bruno. Draves to Jashari. Out to Draves, Savola. Jashari down to Bruno. To Bromberg at the block. Good passing leaves Bromberg wide open at the block. She goes up. 2 more for Seneca. Excuse me, I am slightly behind on score. Recovered by Wright after the ball was knocked out. Stopped by Bruno on the baseline, and a jump ball call between Bruno and Wright. It'll be Flanagan-Cornell, it'll be Seneca's ball. And Brooklyn Gertz comes in for Cassidy Draves. Under 4 minutes remaining. Excuse me, it will be Flanagan-Cornell Woodland's ball. Van Welden is blocked by Bromberg at the block. Brooklyn Gertz grabs it and is bringing it up for the Lady Irish. Savola to Gertz. Bromberg at the elbow. Marie Chesrick is in for Seneca. Chesrick back to Bromberg at the elbow. Savola step in just inside the 3. That'll be good for her again. Savola now with 4. Reed with a 3 is no good. Rebounded by Brooklyn Gertz. Chesrick's pass intended for Savola is grabbed by number 23, Montello. Takes it all the way in off the backboard. No good. Rebounded by Bruno. Gertz into Bromberg at the free throw line. Back out to Savola. Another step in for 3. Again, excuse me for being behind on score. Excuse me, that was 4-2. Marie Chesrick gets the rebound, gives it off to Brooklyn Gertz. Gertz to Chesrick, gives it to Bromberg in at the elbow. Savola, another shot. Same spot, same result. Sink. Savola with the same shot 3 times. Gets 6 in a row for Seneca. On the baseline, foul is called on Mara Bruno. Flanagan-Cornell has it out of bounds. Pass inbounded to Aiko, giving it up top to Wright. Bruno picked up her first foul of the night, team's first of the half. Ball grabbed away by Lauren Savola. Given up to Brooklyn Gertz. Handed off to Marie Chesrick off the backboard, off the block. Who puts it out, and Marie Chesrick puts it off the backboard. Good for Seneca. Those are Chesrick's first points of the night. Ball knocked out of bounds on Seneca. Flanagan will have the ball under their basket. Pass inbounded across to Aiko. Right over to Reed. Reed for 3. Too far, no good. Rebounded by number 3 from Seneca, Savola. Gertz to Bromberg. Over to Chesrick. Savola to Gertz. Bromberg. Chesrick for 3. Slightly right, no good. Rebounded by Van Walden. Knocked out of bounds by number 10 from Seneca, Brooklyn Gertz. 52-14, Seneca leads with 43 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Pass into Montello at the block. Picked up by Seneca. After a block from Bromberek. Chesrick to Gertz. Bromberek to Chesrick to Savola on the baseline. Shot goes up, no good. Rebounded by Bromberek. Gertz gives it to Bruno at the block. He puts that up, lays it in over the rim. Seneca up 54-14. 3 seconds left. A shot from Ako is no good. And that will end the third quarter. Seneca 54, Flanagan-Cornell Woodland Co-op 14. Seneca that quarter outscored Flanagan-Cornell Woodland 21-3. After an all-around game from all Seneca players, all contributing. One more time, Seneca and the Lady Irish will be playing next week, starting the regular season. On Monday, they will play at the Reed Custer Regional. First round, they will play against 10th-ranked Mantino. Seneca is ranked 6th in the subsectional. Winner of that will go to take on ranked 3rd Beecher. Seneca puts an entire set of new faces in. Addie Olson, Kennedy Hartwig, Ella Gilbertson, Brooke Roslin, and Chloe Lind. 4 juniors and 1 freshman, Kennedy Hartwig. Gertz to Lind, Roslin to Lind. Lind has it up top. Pass to Rosalind. Roslind's pass intended for Gilbertson at the block, goes too far out of reach. 7:27 remaining on a running clock in the fourth quarter. Seneca is up by 30. Up by 40. Jump ball between Chloe Lind and number 30, Courtney Harms from FCW. It'll be Flanagan's ball. That pass is inbounded to Harms at the block. Goes off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by Ella Gilbertson from Seneca. Hartwig to Rosalind. Lind to Hartwig. Hartwig loses the ball after being tapped by Maxon. That's out of bounds on Maxon from FCW. Seneca's ball. Olson to Hartwig. Rosalind to Olson. Up top to Lind. Lind gives it down to Gilbertson, who misses the shot at the block. Is no good, and she'll be fouled at the block by number 22, Dakota Weekman from FCW. That's Weekman's second foul of the night. Team's third of the second half. Pass inbounded to Kennedy Hartwig, who steps in at the 3. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Addie Olson. Puts that up, and those are her first on the night. Maxon to Montello up top. Given out to Burns. Back to Montello. Maxon. Montello gives it down to Harms at the baseline. Harms back up to Montello and then Maxon. Harms this time to Weekman at the block. Weekman's shot is no good, rebounded by the freshman Hartwig. Olsen drives at the block. Layup is no good. Rebounded by number 30 Harms, and a jump ball between Harms and Olsen. It'll be Seneca's ball. 4:37 remaining on a running clock in the fourth quarter. Olsen to Rosland on the inbound. Or Rosland to Olsen to Rosland. Olsen over to Lind. Hartwig for three. That's no good. Rebounded by Lind, who goes off the backboard. No good. Rebounded by Maxon from FCW. And the ball's going the other way. 4 minutes remaining on a running clock. Harms gives it to Cheyenne Burns, who misses the shot. It'll be out of bounds on Flanagan-Cornell. Complete substitution for Seneca, while number 3, Reagan Reed, comes in for Flanagan-Cornell. In for Seneca, sophomores Emma Smith and Carly Grieve. Senior Lauren Savola. Also sophomore Allison Arwood and junior Marie Chesrick. Number 30, Courtney Harms at the elbow, puts that in for Flanagan-Cornell Woodland. That was 2 and 3 for Harms on the night. Savola gives into Arwood. Arwood is blocked on the layup by Van Walden. A travel called on the ground on Flanagan-Cornell. It'll be Seneca's ball under the basket. Savola takes it out for Seneca. Pass inbounded up top to Marie Chesrick. Gives it up to Carly Grieve. Grieve to a driving Arwood at the free throw line. Arwood shot no good. Grabbed by Chesrick. Gives it up to Carly Grieve, and a jump ball call between Grieve and Van Welden. 2 minutes remain now on a running clock. Seneca 56. Flanagan-Cornell Woodland Co-op 16. Kayla Van Welden in the lane, called for a travel. Chesrick driving. Gets stopped, gives it off to Arwood. Arwood out to Savola, who takes the shot and is fouled. That'll be an and one off the backboard. She will go to the line to shoot one more. Same spot as before. Slightly different outcome as it went off the rim this time and the backboard. She goes to the line because of the foul. And Savola makes yet another for Seneca. Savola with 12 on the night for the Lady Irish. A long three from number 3, Reagan Reed from FCW, under a minute remaining in the game. Arwood brings it up for Seneca. Gives it off to Savola. Ball is knocked out of the hands of Chesrick by number 5, Ashley Wright. 30 seconds remain on a running clock. Grieve to Arwood. Pass into Emma Smith. At the second hash goes up. That's out of bounds on Flanagan-Cornell Woodland. And that will bring us to the end of the game here on senior night as the Lady Irish pick up their final home win of the season against the Flanagan-Cornell Woodland Co-op Lady Falcons. 59-16. Seneca with a very strong team game tonight. Contributions from everyone on the team, especially the 4 seniors that we are sad to see go, but are excited to see what they do in the future. So thank you to Cassidy Draves, Lauren Savola, Mara Bruno, and Rita Jashari for all that you have done for Seneca High School and Fighting Irish Athletics. That's all tonight from here in the land of the Irish. We thank you for tuning in, and we hope you'll tune in next time, as on Friday, the Fighting Irish boys varsity basketball team will be at home against the Depew Little Giants. For Irish Live, the final, Seneca Lady Irish 59, Flanagan-Cornell Woodland 16. Thank you to Bruce Smulicha for doing the camera work for tonight's Irish Live broadcast, and to Owen Friend for the first half of scorekeeping. With Irish Live, I'm Levi Meyerhofer, and this is Hoff, signing off.